finish in the top 4.
You've got a crackhead as manager and a load of new players. It's not going to work.
What are we doing here?
Who did you have to compete with? You had to compete with a wounded Man City.
And the only reason you're here is because you cheat.
Oh.
That is it. Hi, I'm Lee Judges. I'm an Arsenal fan. This is Midnite Boxed In. Today I'm going to make a statement, and this lot here are going to argue with me. Come on, lads, give it some. Champions. My first statement is, the Arsenal are going to win the league again this season.
I'm Kim, Man City fan. Right then.
Here again.
Here again.
Here again, like that.
Starting
Last
the season.
time I spoke to you, maybe a month left, 5, 6 games left, you was going to win the league, you didn't. But here you are again.
Yeah, you trickled over the line,
Well,
didn't you?
trickled.
Trickled
Yes, we
over the
trickled.
line against a
We
wounded
trickled.
Man City.
And why I believe Arsenal are going to win it this season is because I think that we're not the best 11. I don't think we was the best 11 last season, but I believe we've still got the best squad, and it is about the squad. You're Pep Light this year. I don't think that's going to be good enough for City. And I think that Man United, I think are going to be up there, but I think with the Champions League, I don't think they're going to be quite there. Chelsea, they're still Chelsea. Tottenham, I think could be a dark horse, but I don't think there's anybody that at this moment in time has got the squad capable of beating the Arsenal.
Last year, you stumbled over the line against a defeated City team with Rodri out for the whole season. There was no one else challenging. Liverpool were terrible. Now there are 5 other teams who've got new managers who are spending proper money. City are buying well. Chelsea have just nicked Morgan Rogers of you. They're still obviously the biggest club in London and they've still got the draw.
They're not even the second biggest club in London. Let's get that right.
You've got 2 trophies that look like your
The
ears,
second
mate.
biggest club in London are Tottenham Hotspur. And actually the third is West Ham, then Chelsea.
I totally agree.
And you're not the biggest team in Manchester, are you?
I don't know about that.
I don't think
Elliot
so.
Anderson would disagree.
I don't think so.
Look at the last 10 years, fella. Look at the last 10
doesn't mean
years.
that, you know what I mean? They're still bigger.
Anyway, let's have a look at some of your players, right? They played too much football. Saliba, injured. Declan Rice, England's worst player at the World Cup, absolutely knackered, injured. He won't be the same for the next couple of months. All your players are tired. You're going to go into the season with Gabriel Martinelli at left wing, Victor Gyökeres up front. Is that really how you want to start your title defence?
But
I'll tell you what.
If I'm not mistaken, they was there last season and we still won.
Lee, hold on. Just go to the transfer window and sign your number 1 target. Oh, fuck. He went Chelsea, didn't he? Still haven't got the draw, so what are you going to do?
Number 1 target with who? Morgan Rogers is a fantastic player. I'm disappointed he ain't come there. But at the end of the day, Arsenal didn't want to pay the money. Man United didn't want to pay the money for Fernandes. But no one's why is no one talking about that? Because they want to talk about the Arsenal, because we are the team. We're the champions, and rightly so, like, you know. Listen, you talk about Martinelli, you talk about Gyökeres, you talk about Noni Madueke. Won the league last season with them, like, you know.
Do you not agree, though, that last season was probably, apart from City, you put up a fight towards the end of the season, but before that, no one was considering us in the title race? That was probably the worst standard of Premier League teams we've seen.
What about the season before when no one challenged for Liverpool?
Hold on, let me finish.
Go on.
Chelsea finished 10th, Liverpool dropped off massively, United had Amorim for the first half of the season, who was an absolute disaster. Spurs finished 17th. Next season, all of those teams are going to be better. They've all got new managers. City, I'm not even saying City will win the league. I've got absolutely no expectation for us. But everyone around us is getting better. Everyone's got managers who they've wanted. Chelsea have got Xabi Alonso, who everyone in the world wanted. Spurs are going to be better. They're signing players. 260 million quid they've spent on a midfield. They're going to be better. The standard is going to be better. And you're not improving your squad. You're going to play exactly the same boring style of football, which teams will look at from last year and they'll go, hold on, all they've got is a corner, let's actually try and defend against it this year. Mikel Arteta can't adapt. You'll just play the same style of football. I don't think City will be as good, but they're not going to be that much worse than they were last year. Liverpool will definitely be better. Spurs will be better. Chelsea will be better. Man United will be better.
Kim, there's always teams. There's always teams that are going to be good and bad. Like, you know what I mean? When you was winning the league, where was Arsenal? Where was Arsenal? I don't hear you with that thing. Where was Arsenal? Where was
You're going to have to improve.
When you was winning the league, you only had Liverpool. You only had Liverpool.
Who, by the way,
so why is it
that
different now that we've only got Arsenal or whatever?
Jurgen Klopp would have walked Mikel Arteta like a little dog. That's who we had to compete with. We had to compete with the second best manager over the last 10 years, the second best team.
But you didn't have to compete with anybody else,
Who did you have to compete with? You had to compete with a wounded Man City.
And the only reason you're here is because you cheat. That is it. I don't had you for the last 3 years.
Boring,
no
mate,
one
you're
else.
boring.
No, it ain't. It's
You're
not boring.
boring.
No one else.
I was retreated.
You have not.
I was
Where
retreated.
was
I was
Chelsea when
retreated.
you was winning the
I was
leagues?
retreated.
They weren't nowhere.
I was retreated.
So all of a sudden,
I
like,
was retreated.
why are you saying other teams?
My opinion, just very quickly, is that I think that the teams around you will be better. I don't know that much about City because I don't know what to expect, but the teams around you will be better.
Like
I don't feel like the ones I've mentioned.
Well, I'm not sorry, but Man
you've got
United,
injuries in big players.
Man United
You've
are
got
better
injuries
now,
in
aren't
big
they?
players.
There we go.
That was good. Cooked.
Fucking what my arse and fucking Man City slag. You know, I'm Pep, like, he's a fucking wanker. He's gone, isn't he? And the reason he's gone because he knows what's coming.
I'm Alex, and I'm a Liverpool fan. How are we, fella? You right?
I'm very good.
Yeah? Still third most successful team in the country, yeah?
I don't know about that.
Do you think you're bigger than Liverpool after winning a title?
No, you're not the biggest team in the north, though, are you? We're the biggest
Most
in the
successful
south.
team in the country.
But you're not the biggest in the north.
Doesn't matter if you're the most successful
You're
team
not
in
the
the
biggest
country,
in the
north, east, south, west, doesn't matter. does
So
it?
why doesn't that matter to you? But it matters to you to be bigger than Arsenal. What, if you know you're not?
No, because there's food chains, innit? So obviously, sorry.
No, don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not even in the chair. I'm not even in the chair.
Top
I
3
don't
or
know
4
about
just go to their gaff and take all their targets and their current players. There's a food chain. It goes, in my opinion, Arsenal the third biggest club, then United, then Liverpool the most successful.
Not Chelsea. You don't think Chelsea are in it?
I think Arsenal are bigger than Chelsea, historically. I know last 25 years Chelsea have won a lot more. Arsenal have got the recipe to go and win another title. I think you're going to have to find a new way of winning games.
Yes, 100% I agree with that.
Last year, you have to admit yourself, it was at times horrible to watch.
Yes, it
And
was
at the
because
end,
we
when
haven't.
you're picking up that
you
trophy,
would
it
know
doesn't
that as
matter.
well, like, you know what I mean?
No,
like
'cause we
being
play
so
beautiful
long.
football.
Well, I
We
don't
play
know about
beautiful
that. So
football.
long for you to win the league, like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? No one even turned out.
In terms of money spent and the time that you've given Arteta, it's arguable that if you didn't win the league last season, you would have sacked him. So he was right on the line. He had to win it
Yeah, so
last season.
there's a lot
He
of
had
pressure
to.
on that.
I don't think he wins it again. I think the other teams in the league are obviously going to improve. They're going to work out how to combat Arsenal.
And how
They've
did that
got
go
better
for
players
Liverpool last
themselves.
season? You won the league and then spent £400 million. Did that work?
Well, we also sold 350 mil, so net spend
500.
It was about 50.
So it doesn't necessarily mean, does it,
Exactly.
Alex?
Well, listen,
Spending loads of money is going to
Last
guarantee
season, we played you
it.
twice. You didn't get a shot on target against us, and we
But
beat you.
where did you come?
It doesn't matter where
Yeah,
we came.
I
I'm talking
think
about
it
face
does.
to face.
Face to
You couldn't
face,
even
it
score
don't
a
matter,
goal
does it?
against Liverpool last
Face
season.
to face,
And
it
Gabriel
doesn't matter.
Martinelli, the absolute disgrace. You play football.
Well,
yeah?
I'll tell you what, we played against
Bradley's done his
two
knee
years
and he's booting him,
and
kicking him,
Liverpool.
throwing him off the pitch.
Got away
and now
with a
he's
lot,
got
didn't
more
they?
money
Oh,
now
yeah,
because
yeah.
of
Got away
the
with a
disgrace.
lot.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's
disgrace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunate.
Argentina for me last
Yeah, it's
year.
unfortunate.
You know that's a
like that, mate,
disgrace.
But that don't discern whether you're going to win the league or not, does it?
No.
You confident that Liverpool are going to win the league
Are
this
you
year?
going to win the Champions League ever?
Oh, we're going to go down that
We
road.
can do
We'll
that.
go
We'll
down
do
that
that.
road.
We got 6 of them, so.
Yeah, yeah, and we would have had a 2 if it weren't for you lot causing trouble in Belgium, wherever you was. There you go. Is this about the Premier League or the Champions League?
It's got to be about
It's a
it.
good
You just
question.
want to get about the Champions League.
Thank you very much. My name's Maz, and I'm a Brighton fan. So I just want to elaborate a bit more.
Anyway, see you later.
Listen to me, yeah?
Listen to me. Right, how's Belgium? Next thing he'll be trying to sell me a stick of rock.
Listen, we beat you 3-0, and your fans walked out the Emirates, mate. So anyway, let's talk football.
Yeah,
Right.
but we weren't good then, like, you know.
You weren't good then. You weren't
good then, like,
All right.
everybody says that's
All right,
that's
anyway,
that's
okay.
a
Let me land. Anyway.
Let you land.
Listen.
Right over Albion, let them land.
Saliba's out for 4 months. Declan Rice out for 3 months. Who are you going to replace? Who's going to come in?
We got
Yeah, we've got the squad for
Mascaro
it.
in
Yeah,
there,
we've got
like,
the
who
squad
played
for it.
very well last
Mascaro,
season.
is he on the same level as Saliba? No.
Well, no one's in the same level as Saliba.
Yeah, but is he good enough to replace him? No.
Well, Saliba's going to come back, I take it, like, at some
Yeah, but after
stage.
4 months, it's a big
4
chunk.
months?
Yeah, 3 to 4
Well,
months.
you didn't have Havertz for 4 months last season.
Oh,
like,
Havertz.
you know what I mean?
What Havertz is that?
We'd get in your team, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. Declan Rice, who replaces him? He's out for a good 3-4 months. And
What do you mean he's out for 3 or 4 months?
he is. He's got a dodgy hamstring, isn't he? Okay, let's say hypothetically, whatever, if you're saying he's not injured, he's not injured. But let's say he got injured, who comes in for him? The point I'm trying to make is your squad is not good enough to replace the starters.
Well, it was last season. Did you think Declan Rice played every game last
Yeah,
season?
he did, pretty much.
No, I don't think he did. I think he missed a few.
Okay, a
And
few.
at the end of the day, like, you've mentioned 2 players, right? Yeah. One's going to come back in whenever, and we've got a player that can replace him as he did last season. Don't think Saliba didn't play a lot so much last season. Declan Rice will get the rest that he needs, and we'll get somebody in that. I don't know who Arsenal are going to get at this moment in time, but Arsenal
not looking great, is it?
will get players.
My name's Henry, and I'm a Spurs fan, and my statement is Tottenham will finish in the top 4.
Hey, lads.
You go first.
Louis, Chelsea fan, your mum calls me daddy. Right, tell me why. Crack on.
What's
Get him off. The reason why, we've just signed one of the best central midfielders in the league, in Sandro Tonali. We've also recruited very well, Senesi, Robertson, Van Hecke, Fernandes. Once we get that striker over the line, as it stands, we're heavily linked and agreed terms with Krupi Jr. We're trying to sign Savinho, 1 game a week, De Zerbi. There's a lot of other teams that are in transition. You boys, I don't know how Xabi Alonso's going to get on with the back three. Man United, the pressure of the Champions League. I think Newcastle could go down. I don't really like Villa. I think the top 2 will be Arsenal and City. Okay. 3rd and 4th are up for grabs for me. Man United will not be in the top 4 next year.
Alex, how many players did you sign last summer?
Probably 5, 6.
With Champions League, though.
Yeah, okay.
If Liverpool had 1 game a week, they'd be 3rd.
But there's times where we've played like 1 game a week, we've made loads of signings. And
yeah, but to the level of we have. Senesi and Van Hecke.
You can throw as much money as you want at it, but it's kind of been proven over the past, 10 years, that if you throw money at it, it doesn't necessarily.
Yeah, but when have you ever seen
works.
Tottenham throw money at it?
Mate,
2012, remember that one?
What? That was 80 million quid. We've just done 92 on Tonali.
But the point I'm trying to make is you've still got to put all those players into that squad.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's not going to happen overnight. We signed loads of players in Frank Lampard's, 2nd season, and we just about got over the line because we had an unbelievable manager. You don't have an unbelievable manager.
Is Lampard better than De Zerbi?
No, but Tuchel's better than De Zerbi.
Fair. Didn't Man United finish 15th and then finish 3rd?
But the thing is,
and didn't they spend a lot of money?
They spent a lot of money, but they didn't sign loads of players which are going to go straight into a starting 11, which all need to learn.
Well, they signed a new front three in Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, Sesko. They signed a new goal. Yeah, but he was still heavily involved.
But Sesko didn't start.
Dorgu was just getting there. They signed a new goalkeeper. They signed Lenny Yoro. So they signed what?
He was injured most of the season.
But they still,
so basically, they didn't.
My point is they still signed a lot of players and they got there.
They weren't playing. The whole point I'm trying to make is you've got to, like the mistake we made that season, it took us ages to get to the point where we needed to actually start delivering. Liverpool, if we're frank, if they went under the radar how poor they were last season without money they spent.
We both have 1 game a week, yeah?
Yeah.
Who finishes higher?
Right now,
between Spurs and Chelsea,
I think we finish higher.
Because of the Rodgers signing?
Because of the manager.
Low blow.
It's a low blow, wasn't it? Come on.
You shut up, Baldy.
I strongly disagree. I think if you hold on to Enzo Fernandez,
He can't be doing things like that. That's an attack, that is.
I'm Clinton, Newcastle fan. What makes you think that you're going to finish top 4 just because you signed Sandro Tonali?
Hang on.
You're hedging. Hold on.
Who's Sandro Tonali?
You're Sandro Tonali now, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we've got 100 mils for food chain. You can have him, 100 mil, thank you very much. But you think you're going to go from bottom 4, 2 seasons in a row, to top 4 because he signed Sandro Tonali?
Not just him. We got World Cup winner Pedro Porro. We got England's best right back, Jed Spence.
Come on. Hey, nah, come on.
Who was the best right back?
James.
You got 4 defensive options of Van Hecke, Senesi, Van de Ven, and Danso. 1 game a week. The left back, we've got more left backs. Left backs coming out of our backside.
That's
nice. We've got 5 left backs. We've got very, very good centre mids now. We've got like Bergvall, Gray, who don't even get into the team now. Fernandes, Tonali, a fully fit Maddison.
Yeah.
And all of our players have not really played in the World Cup other than Spence and Porro.
The last time you spent tons of money, what happened then?
We spent £90 million
You spent all that Gareth Bale money on flipping Soldado and Chadley.
Ericsson was a player.
Yeah.
Right, but Jan Vertonghen was a player, right? Let's be real. Nasser Chadley, forget him.
Dead.
Right.
Soldado. Soldado.
Again, dead. Have we made a bad signing this summer?
I don't know. We don't know yet.
On paper, collectively, have Tottenham made a bad signing?
We're all fans. We're all fans.
I don't think Robertson's up to scratch anymore for left back.
85-year-old Robertson.
It's a free transfer.
I don't care. You didn't ask. You asked.
That's the reason why Liverpool got rid of him.
We've still got
That's the reason why I got rid of him.
I would have kept him.
Look at their left wing now.
You got De Zerbi, who gets kicked out everywhere he goes.
Second season
Didn't get kicked out of Brighton.
Second
He got Brighton
season syndrome.
He hasn't even
And
had a
that's from a
season.
Brighton fan.
He's had 2 months.
And that's from a Brighton fan.
Hi, my name's Jans. I'm a West Ham fan. You've got a crackhead as manager and a load of new players. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And loads of new players. You've got a crackhead as manager and loads of new players. It's not going to work. Unfortunately, you guys were losing a lot over the last 2 years. That loser mentality is still in the club. Obviously, De Zerbi's going to try and shout it out.
Loser mentality? Which one Europa League? You've never won that, so how are we losing?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You've just lost a lot of league games, and now you are only in the league.
Yep.
So
1 game a week.
With all the signings, I do agree that it's not ever really worked.
So
Putting a bunch of signings together
we don't finish in the top
performing
4,
well.
Where do you think we finish?
Oh, I think it'd be in and around the Conference League spots.
So, 3 places lower? Which is
but
what?
you said you're going to get the
6
Champions League, yeah?
Yeah, 6 to 8 points.
is normally between 4th and... So who finishes above us? So who's in 5th, 6th, 7th, all the way up to 1st?
Brighton.
Brighton.
Come on. Aston Villa.
Let's come on now. What are we doing here? Man United are better
players.
City and Arsenal. They're the 3 that are above us. We will finish in 4th. We've got one of the best right-backs in world football and Jed Spence, who's also top-notch. We've got a brand new defence who's going to be settled. We've got Robertson's leadership. We've actually got a decent goalkeeper now, not flipping Vicario. Get that striker, get Krupi. Top 4's done.
Sorry, is Krupi definitely coming?
Yeah, Kingsley's a great goalkeeper. Other than 15 minutes against Atletico, did you see he save against Leeds?
Kingsley!
Yeah. You not wanting to sign him. What are we doing here?
He's breaking chairs.
He's broken the chair.
Hi, I'm Louis. I'm a Chelsea fan, and my statement is Chelsea have potentially the best manager. I said potentially, in fairness.
Say it proper.
Go on, say it.
I will. I'll say it proper. Hi, I'm Louis. I'm a Chelsea fan, and my statement is that potentially Chelsea have potentially the best manager in the Premier League.
Potentially?
Potentially.
No, say it proper. Say it proper.
Allegedly. That's it. Right, fine. My statement, which I didn't write, is that Chelsea have the best manager in the Premier League.
Come on, say it with chest.
I'm Alex, and I'm a Liverpool fan. Xabi Alonso isn't even the best Basque manager.
You're just bitter because he didn't go to you.
Listen, we never wanted him. He was sitting there. You can laugh all you want. He was sitting there.
That's supposed to
He was What are we doing there?
Behave yourself, pick up the cards!
He was sat there waiting for the phone to ring, and we called his mate, Iriola.
Oh, yeah, is that what happened?
And you say Iriola's unproven.
The only reason...
He took Bournemouth from 12th to 9th to 6th
the only
in the
reason
Premier League,
you
got them
didn't
into
get,
Europe.
Hang on, the only reason you didn't get Xabi Alonso is purely because you kept on to Arnie's slot for too long. That's your fault. Don't get bitter about it.
Alonso, I used to love him. Great footballer for Liverpool.
So
went on to Real Madrid. At Leverkusen, unbelievable. I was at that Dublin final where they lost 3-0. Even that within itself, you can't really criticise him too much because of what an incredible season it was. Going unbeaten is unheard of, especially in that league. But to say he's the best Premier League manager, one, he's never even stepped foot onto a Premier League pitch as a manager yet. And when you look at Arteta, he's not better than Arteta as a manager.
Oh, I don't know,
He's
mate.
not better than Iriola as a manager so far in the Premier League.
I don't know,
And to say, how is Iriola unproven? Explain that to me. What's he done? I've just told you what he's done.
What's he won?
What's he won?
What's he won?
You'll find out next year. You'll find out next year. He's not even the best Basque manager.
He's a great coach,
Arteta
Iriola.
and Iriola are both above him. And we never wanted him, so you have him.
It's okay. You keep saying what
never
you
wanted
don't
him.
believe.
He was
because I feel
sat there
there are
waiting
clips,
for the
there are clips
phone
I'm sure
to ring,
people
and
could
we
find.
called his mate.
I'm sure there are clips that we could find of you talking about Xabi Alonso. I'm sure we could find those out there.
personally?
Yeah, whoever. We can probably find them. It's not my job.
No, it's your job to explain to me why Alonso is the best Premier League manager. So convince me. I'm sat here across from you. Convince me that he's the best. We're not talking about Iriola. Tell me why. Your statement. We're all sitting around here to back up your statement.
You can keep talking.
Back up your statement to me. Forget Iriola.
I'm trying to, but you're not talking. If you
stop
talking, I can say it.
Go on then.
So this is the problem we've got when people talk about.
It's got to be Alonso, not Iriola that you talk about now.
Fucking hell. Okay, all right, go on. No, you keep talking.
If you're going to explain to me
if you've got anything else you want to say,
Alonso is the best Premier League manager, then I'm happy to be quiet and hear it.
I'm happy to explain it, but if you're
Please,
not going to
happy
speak,
guys, please.
Let's talk about Unai Emery and Iriola. So, with that being said, okay, we look at managers like Thomas Frank, you look at managers like Iriola, you look at managers maybe in that region that have gone from clubs like Bournemouth, Brentford. We've had Graham Potter. You know, we've had these sort of coaches all coming where they are fantastic. They do great jobs at those clubs. The question remains whether or not they can do it in an elite setting.
Has Alonso?
I look at, fuck me, will you shut up?
Yeah, but has he done it in elite settings?
Leverkusen
are not even bigger than Spurs.
Unbeaten, mate.
I agree.
Leverkusen are not bigger football club than Spurs.
Overall, right, in this situation, I look at Iriola and I think he did a fantastic job at Bournemouth. I think he can do a good job at Liverpool. The problem is whether or not they can deal with the pressure. As a player, Xabi Alonso's done it at your club. He did it at Bayern Munich. He did it at Real Madrid. And there is no question that he has the understanding of those big clubs and how to deal with said pressure. So that's why I look at him in comparison to these guys. If you look at Unai Emery, couldn't do it at PSG, couldn't do it at Arsenal because of a certain kind of pressure.
He's done it everywhere
Yeah,
else.
because those clubs aren't as big as those clubs. This is the thing.
I'm
it's that
still trying to
step
work
up.
out why Alonso is the best Premier League manager, unless you can tell me that
I've mentioned the trophies. I've mentioned how he holds himself. I've mentioned the impact he's already had at Chelsea.
How he holds
I
himself
think
why
overall,
he's the best.
I think overall, there's loads of things here.
I'm actually, wait, Louis, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is it because it's handsome?
Pretty privilege.
No.
Is it pretty privilege?
I think it's pretty privilege.
Might be.
That's okay.
Go there.
Go on, I'll come on.
He's a Chelsea.
Wait, hold on, is this Chelsea?
Slagging off your manager.
Chelsea on Chelsea.
I don't even know what is going on right now.
Brendan, Chelsea fan.
babe.
So, nice to see you here, as always.
Shut up.
Listen. My whole point is that Xabi Alonso simply hasn't proven it as a manager in the Premier League, right? There are managers out there, Arteta, Iraola, even though he hasn't won the Premier League or won anything, that he is of good quality. Unai Emery is better than him. Unai Emery is better than him.
Okay.
I'm just going to go
Glasner, man. Look at Glasner, what Glasner did with
FA Cup, Conference League.
That's a good
Yeah,
shout.
that's
That's a great shout, actually.
Eddie Howe.
That's a great shout.
You're on the chair. You shut up.
That's a great
Eddie
shout.
Howe. Look at Eddie Howe.
No.
Eddie.
Listen, after our season, we had a very bad season last year, right?
Yeah.
It's great that we're optimistic. I love that for us. I love the fact that we can look at our manager and have pride and be like, wow, this is a good manager. And not only is he so good, you believe he's the best in the league, right?
Yeah.
But he hasn't proven it. And it's okay to admit that he is not good enough yet. He could be in the future, but right now he's done nothing.
How did you feel about Maresca when he came in?
Couldn't care less.
Okay.
I had to see it in my own eyes that you can do something, okay? Maybe
We've seen it.
Not really. Okay, won the Bundesliga with Leverkusen and he was unbeaten. That's huge. I will not undervalue that at all. Lost the final in the Europa League. Peak, he won the DFK.
That's DFB Pokal, yeah?
Yeah,
That's
Pokal.
good.
I don't speak German. He's won trophies, right?
Yeah.
And people will say, oh, he went to Real Madrid and he failed. Like, at the end of the day, it's Real Madrid, and Real Madrid had the highest
and he
standards.
didn't either.
He had the highest standards, and they just booted him up because of other reasons, so forth, right? Cool. He's a good manager. I will put him in the top 3.
What?
Top 4. Top 4.
It's not even in the top 6.
Don't do that. I understand your point. I get it. I think he's a great manager, and I think he can become elite. Genuinely think he can be.
He already is elite. Wins one of the top 5.
Is Glasner elite?
Glasner?
Yes.
Potentially.
So why is he potentially? Why is Alonso elite then?
Because he won the league unbeaten.
In Germany.
In Germany.
Yes, one of the most dominated leagues in the world.
That's just one team, though.
Exactly, that's the whole point.
Well, you made the point saying that because he's a player, he gets a high level, so on and so forth, that would constitute towards him being a good manager.
He has experience of the league, does he not?
Cool, but Thierry Henry exists, does he not?
He spent more time at Monaco.
He was an awful manager.
Yeah,
he was an awful manager.
He spent more time telling players to tap their chair in,
It doesn't matter how good the player is. If they don't understand how to manage...
Come sit down.
Go on, judges. Go on, judges, quickly.
Lee Judge is an Arsenal fan.
Listen, mate, you can't argue anyway.
What
You've got a career off being
We're
clueless,
talking
fine.
about Alonso, Lou, talking about Alonso.
Go on.
You've just turned around and said that criticise the Liverpool manager for not having enough experience and doing whatever he's doing and all that. Alonso has done fantastically well in Germany, but when it came to Madrid, he failed. Don't matter whatever you say, he failed.
Yeah.
So when it comes to elite level, he's not done it. And as much as you want him to do well at Chelsea, I get that. He's coming into a club which, a little bit like Arsenal was at the time, 10th in the league, struggling a little bit and all that. You've got to come in and build it. I think that's what he's going to do well, by the way, to do that.
I agree,
But you cannot say to him he's going to be better than a manager that's took Bournemouth and done. We've all been to Bournemouth's ground, I take it, you know what I mean, and seen how small that is. To do what is to compete with, beat Arsenal, beat Manchester City, beat all these sort of teams. You cannot say that he's better than him, that is my...
He said he's better than Arteta as well. He said he's the best in the league.
Well,
you're going to have that. You're going to have that.
You can't have that, can you?
You're going to have that. I wouldn't have that.
He's very quiet.
No one's better than Arteta at this moment in time because he's the winner of the
Champions League. I don't think so.
He's won the league. Alonso's not done that in the Premier League. You know what I mean? So that's got to take some things. And at the end of the day, it's not easy coming into the Premier League. I think you're being very, very disrespectful to all the other managers, you know what I mean, in the league that know what it's about. And it's a tough place to come, as we all know. And you've got Enzo, who was at Man City now, he's a top top manager,
Coach.
coach and all that. But he wasn't elite when he went to Chelsea, and he struggled a little bit, if I've been really honest, because of what it is to manage Chelsea. And at the end of the day, Chelsea are a big club. They're not massive, but they're a big club. You know what I mean? And at the end of it, I think when you look at in the Premier League, I think you've been very, very disrespectful to just come out there and say, like, yeah, he's not played one game and he's better than the Bournemouth manager, he's better than the Spurs manager.
It's disrespect.
That's all.
Well, he's better than the Spurs manager.
It's disgusting.
Well said, Lee.
Spurs manager.
It's discrimination.
Cool. So that was Midnight Boxed In. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments section below. If you have enjoyed the video, drop a like. And if you want to stick around for future Boxed Ins, make sure you subscribe. See you later, boys. Ta-da.
Oh, such a good one.
Cheerio.
One take.